and welcome staff and students to the 2021 Grade 8 Farewell Program at Wilfred Hunt. An even warmer welcome to parents joining us today. We are overjoyed to have you here.
Even if it's more than 6 feet away. This has been a very interesting year, but nonetheless, we are glad to have experienced it the way we did.
I'm Eli LaHaye.
I'm Nia Gathai, and we are the MCs for this ceremony, along with Weston Smith and Ashlyn Jones.
It is our utmost pleasure to be with you all today.
And on behalf of all the students, we would like to thank Mr. Norman, Ms. Akbar Kamal, Mrs. Adams, Madame Hoffman, faculty, and families for making this farewell happen. We couldn't have done it without you. And without further ado, we would like to introduce the students.
It is my honor to introduce Ramadan Abdi Fakel. Ramadan has been at Wilfred Hunt since October 1st, 2019. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Ramadan are friendly, calm, funny, and creative. A pet peeve of Ramadan's is clapping. He finds it too loud. Daniel's in specific. Ramadan's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is playing on the swings with his brother and playing soccer after school. Ramadan will be attending Campbell Collegiate next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Ramadan Abdi Fakel.
It is my honor to introduce Khalifa El Shane. Khalifa has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 4, moved in grade 5, and came back this year in grade 8. Some characteristics classmates use to describe Khalifa are easy to get along with, funny, and athletic. A pet peeve of Khalifa's is when stuff changes. Khalifa's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is running into a pole, permanently changing the shape of his nose. Khalifa will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Khalifa El Shane. You done put it down on our side. Yep.
It is my honor to introduce Calla Ferguson. Calla has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 4. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Calla are funny, sarcastic, nice, and weird. A pet peeve of Calla's is people that invade space. Calla's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is winning her class the movie for the readathon. Calla will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Calla Ferguson.
It is my honor to introduce Zayden Ferguson. Zayden has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 4. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Zayden are creative, nice, athletic, and friendly. A pet peeve of Zayden's is having a dirty desk. Zayden's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is Everaz. Zayden will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Zayden Ferguson.
It is my honor to introduce Ina Ferozden. Ina has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 1. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Ina are kind, funny, and loyal. A pet peeve of Ina's is fingernails on scratchy surfaces. Ina's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is going to Everaz at the end of every year. Ina will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Ina Ferozden.
It is my honor to introduce Kai Flat. Kai has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 4. Some characteristics classmates use to describe Kai are annoying, funny, sometimes loud, and gets very mad. A pet peeve of Kai's is all of his teachers except for Mr. Frank. He was his favorite. Kai's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is being in Mr. Frank's class. Kai will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Kai Flat.
It is my honor to introduce Nia Gathai. Nia has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2014. Some characteristics classmates use to describe Nia are ambitious, honest, loyal, and helpful. A pet peeve of Nia's is loud chewers. Nia's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is when we used to go to Evraz every day towards the end of the year. Nia will be attending Campbell Collegiate next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Nia Gathai.
It is my honor to introduce Suhani Kapadia. Suhani has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2019. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Suhani are sweet, kind, responsible, and punctual. A pet peeve of Suhani's is attention seekers. Suhani's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is 2020's Valentine's Day when the grade 8s planned parkour stations in the gym. That was super fun. Suhani will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Suhani Kapadia.
It is my honor to introduce Eli LaHaye. Eli has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2015. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Eli are understanding, caring, athletic, and talkative. A pet peeve of Eli's is when people chew with their mouth open. Eli's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is when Khalifa looked back for the ball but wasn't looking at what was in front of him. He ran into the goalpost and hit his face. And up to this day, he still blames that day and what happened that day for why his nose is crooked. Eli will be attending Miller next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Eli LaHaye.
No. Go down. It is my honor to introduce Eric Lee. Eric has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2011. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Eric are strong, suspicious, claustrophobic, and among us. A pet peeve of Eric's is when people don't know anything about rolling down in the deep. Eric's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is Miss A turning off of the playlist. Eric will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Lee.
It is my honor to introduce Maya Maslovsky. Maya has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 4. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Maya are kind, understanding, helpful, and friendly. A pet peeve of Maya's is loud chewers. Maya's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is Evraz. Maya will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Maya Maslovsky.
It is my honor to introduce Han Nguyen. Han has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 7. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Han are quiet, helpful, and intelligent. A pet peeve of Han's is passengers smoking inside a public bus. Han's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is when Anya invited her to play Foursquare on her first day of school. Han will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Han Nguyen.
It is my honor to introduce Carson Sawicki. Carson has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2011. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Carson are strong, innocent, funny, and not claustrophobic. A pet peeve of Carson's is when someone repeats his joke louder and everyone laughs. Carson's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is playing hide and seek at a science center. Carson will attend for next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Carson Sawicki.
It is my honor to introduce Anshing Sharma. Anshing has been at Wilfred Hunt since preschool. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Anshing are indecisive, nice, funny, and quiet. A pet peeve of Anshing's is people who chew loudly. Anshing's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is ring pops in grade 3. Anshing will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Anshing Sharma.
It
It is my honor to introduce Daniel Shi. Daniel has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2014. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Daniel are a bookworm, melissophobic, kindish, and smart-ish. A pet peeve of Daniel's is when you accidentally crease a page in a book. Daniel's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is when Eric got to school on time for a month and we celebrated it. Daniel will be attending Campbell Collegiate next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Shi.
It is my honor to introduce Ahmed Baluch. Ahmed has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2020. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Ahmed are nice, funny, smart, and cool. A pet peeve of Ahmed's is the word parole because he doesn't like how it sounds. Ahmed's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is the time a teacher asked him what comes before the final draft, and he said the rewrite, and they still joke about it. Ahmed will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Ahmed Baluch.
It is my honor to introduce Rachel Schimmeler. Rachel has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 3. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Rachel are funny, optimistic, hard worker, hopeful. A pet peeve of Rachel is a narcissist. Rachel's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is Everast Park. Rachel will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Schimmeler.
It is my honor to introduce Jackson Soak. Jackson has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2020. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Jackson are funny, hydrated, and football guy. A pet peeve of Jackson's is when Nitro pokes him. Jackson's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is playing Capture the Flag. Jackson will be attending O'Neill next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Soak.
It is my honor to introduce Megan Dew. Megan has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 5. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Megan are artistic, kind, talkative, and smart. A pet peeve of Megan's is the first day of school. Megan's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is the first day of school. Megan will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Time and Nadu.
It is my honor to introduce Nitro Eyes Hannah. Nitro has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 3. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Nitro are goofy, funny, and good friends. A pet peeve of Nitro is loud walker. Nitro's favorite memories of Wilfred Hunt is Everest. Nitro will be attending Miller Colleges next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Nitro Eyes Hannah.
It is my honor to introduce Ashlyn Jones. Ashlyn has been at Wilfred Hunt since kindergarten. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Ashlyn are goofy, loud, funny, and a good friend. A pet peeve of Ashlyn's is bad drivers. Ashlyn's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is the outdoor ed field trip. Ashlyn will be attending Bell for next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashlyn Jones.
It is my honor to introduce Mira Kiefer. Mira has been at Wilfred Hunt since kindergarten. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Mira are helpful, nice, a perfectionist, and hardworking. A pet peeve of Mira's is loud chewers. Mira's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is Everaz. Mira will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Mira Kiefer.
It is my honor to introduce Cohen Lawrence. Cohen has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2012 when he started kindergarten. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Cohen are kind, a good friend, funny, and nice. A pet peeve of Cohen's is when people are late. Cohen's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is the end of the year day at Everaz Park with the whole school. Cohen will be attending Campbell Collegiate next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Cohen learns.
It is my honor to introduce Lucas Less. Lucas has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2016. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Lucas are active, bewildering, expressive, and frank. A pet peeve of Lucas's is LeBron James. Lucas's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is the first time he did track and field in grade 4. Lucas will be attending Campbell Collegiate next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Less.
It is my honor to introduce Riker Mitchell. Riker has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2010. Some characteristics the classmates use to describe Riker are funny, calm, smart, and humble. A pet peeve of Riker's is loud chewing. Riker's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is going to Everest at the end of the school year. Riker will be attending Campbell Collegiate next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Riker Mitchell.
It is my honor to introduce Emily Pepler. Emily has been a Wilfred Hunt since kindergarten. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Emily are kind, generous, loyal, and optimistic. A pet peeve of Emily's is slow walkers. Emily's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is the musicals. Emily will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Pepler.
It is my honor to introduce Rhett Simons. Rhett has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2012. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Rhett are humorous, semi-intelligent, helpful, and generous. A pet peeve of Rhett's is tryhards in sports. Rhett's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is building large castles with wooden blocks in kindergarten with Riker. Rhett will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhett Simons.
It is my honor to introduce Weston Smith. Weston has been at Wilfred Hunt since grade 4. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Weston are goofy, funny, a good guy, class clown. A pet peeve of Weston's is when your phone falls on your face. Weston's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is when I went to Everest Place and ran my sister in Spongy Man Dig. Weston will be attending Miller next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Weston Smith.
It is my honor to introduce Lucius Sparvier. Lucius has been to Wilfred Hunt since preschool. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Lucius are tall, funny, and musical. A pet peeve of Lucius is having to write. Lucius will be attending Belfer next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucius Sparvier.
It is my honor to introduce Hissa Saida Fatima. Hissa has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2012. Some characteristics classmates use to describe Hissa are smart, procrastinator, nice, passionate. A pet peeve of Hissa's is licking fingers before turning a page. Hissa's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is tea parties with Mrs. Howard and the school plays. Hissa will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Hissa Saida Fatima.
It is my honor to introduce Anya Wall. Anya has been at Wilfred Hunt since kindergarten. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Anya are funny, helpful, optimistic, and Disney hater. A pet peeve of Anya's is Mr. Norman's obsession with Disney. Anya's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is being queen of the Shopkin Kingdom. Anya will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Anya Wall.
It is my honor to introduce Chase Weinberger. Chase has been at Wilfred Hunt since kindergarten. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Chase are outgoing, goofy, and smart. A pet peeve of Chase's is when Ashlyn starts being a car nerd. Chase's favorite memory at Wilfred Hunt is Mr. Spongy Man. Chase will be attending Miller Comprehensive next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Weinberger.
It is my honor to introduce Addison Wilk. Addison has been at Wilfred Hunt since kindergarten. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Addison are helpful, loyal, and optimistic. A pet peeve of Addison's is loud chewers. Addison's favorite memory of Wilfred Hunt is acting in the school musicals. Addison will be attending Campbell Collegiate next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Addison Wilk.
It is my honor to introduce Joshua Glenn. Joshua has been at Wilfred Hunt since 2012. Some characteristics that classmates use to describe Joshua are friendly, kind, and funny. A pet peeve of Joshua's is annoying people. Joshua will be attending Campbell next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Glenn.
For as long as we've been here, Mrs. Clark has helped us so much. Through all the unexcused absences and sick days, she has been there making sure everything runs smoothly, and for that we thank her. Now we'd like to invite Mrs. Clark to share some opening remarks.
Good afternoon, grade 8 students, parents, and staff. I have the pleasure of welcoming you to the Wilfred Hunt 2021 grade 8 farewell. It is an honor and a privilege to be asked to do this, especially being my last year. I started working as an administrative assistant at Wilfred Hunt in March of 1999, and prior to that, I was a lunchroom supervisor for a couple of years. I've been here for 24 plus years, and in that time have enjoyed the variety that my job provided to me on a daily basis. This community is a very strong and supportive one. The efforts put forward to not only educate our children, but to provide for the less fortunate in our city is outstanding. In the time that I have been here, we planned and served breakfast to hundreds of students, division staff, and community members at Christmas time, and raised thousands of dollars to help the less fortunate. Not only did the school community get involved, but our Regina City police officers, tradesmen from the division office, and support staff, including educational assistants and caretaking staff, as well as community businesses, all rolled up their sleeves and made our pancake breakfasts very successful. When we work together for the common good, great things happen, and I will never forget the good the school community has done for our less fortunate. I've also been blessed to have completed and continued to take the appropriate training to administer first aid to any of the students that needed help throughout the years. It gave me great pleasure to put a child's mind at ease and convince them that I was a doctor and could make them better. Of course, we all knew that wasn't true, but at the moment it seemed to lessen their stress and put them at ease. In some cases, I created dependence where a child would be waiting at my office door when I got to work on Monday morning. They wouldn't let mom or dad take out their sliver because the only one that knew how to do it right was Mrs. Clark. I will forever be grateful for this. I really felt like I was needed, and I will miss the children dearly. Having said that, there is a time that we all must move on and continue on a different path. I feel that this beautiful, talented group of young people here today are in some ways on the same path of change that I am about to embark on. Most of you have been here for 9 years and will now move to a different school and be the new one in the crowd. With that comes apprehension and some fear, but also a sense of hope and excitement for change to come. My advice and wish for you today and always is to embrace this change and look forward to new possibilities that will help you build the life ahead of you, making it all count. Every step we take is another building block toward constructing a great life. Life is full of hard work and dedication, and I wish for you a wonderful journey, and may all your dreams come true. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over the years we've had at Wilfred Hunt, we have shared many memories, most of which we have probably forgotten by now. So we would like to invite Emily and Chase to talk about some of those memorable moments.
Elementary school has been an unforgettable journey that has prepared us for the future, whatever it may hold. These past 9 years have involved some of the most memorable and influential moments of our lives. Individually, our experiences are unique, but together we share a common bond as members of the class of 2021 and graduates of Wilfred Hunt Elementary School. I think I'm speaking for everyone when I say I'm filled with excitement and anticipation as the next stage in my life is about to begin. But no matter how happy I am to finally leave, the memories I have made with the people I grew up with will make saying goodbye so much harder.
It's easy to say, I will miss asking for the extra pencil, sharing lunch, sipping from each other's water bottles,
Then getting yelled at.
discussing the most important questions before a test, planning the farewell, and taking one last group photo. Though I will miss all of our shenanigans, there is more to this than everyday things we experience at school. Together, we have had some good times. So Emily and I would like to take you on a trip down memory lane.
September 4th, 2012 was our first day of school and the day our journey began. Parents and grandparents walked us to the bus stop or the front doors where roughly 1,000 pictures were taken. I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is stupid. I want to go back to daycare. But after a few hours, I'd made about 10 new friends and I never wanted to leave.
Kindergarten feels just like yesterday, and I would die to go back to learning my ABCs and dressing up to play house with my friends. Personally, being the star of the week, bringing my toys for show and tell, and snack time were the highlights of my first year at Wilfred Hunt. In kindergarten, we got a good grasp of things and got to meet the people we'd spend the next 9 years with.
Then came grade 1. We went from learning our ABCs to actually spelling words, adding numbers, and learning how to read. This year was one step harder compared to kindergarten, but lucky enough, we got to spend it with the best teacher ever, Miss Argue. With her, every day was an adventure, and I can still look back and remember some of the good times we had in her class. Like that time she had a hole cut into the wall so she could be closer to her best friend, Miss Garrett. I was never actually a part of Miss Garrett's class, but with the amount of time we'd spend in there, it's safe to say I was.
I miss dancing on the table to our favorite songs, having competitions on the bus during field trips, and putting shaving foam all over our desks. Those 2 years were the best ones at this school, and I think many people can relate when I say that.
When we moved up to grade 3, our class split up for the first time, and we were all mixed with another grade. This was a weird year for all of us, but what made it even weirder was the family game. We decided it was a good idea to make different people in our class, moms and dads, brothers and sisters, weird uncles, and of course, a dog. The flashbacks I'm getting right now are unreal.
I'm not sure why we felt the need to create a fake family. Let's just say it's because we loved each other so much that we wanted to be related. Almost every recess that year was spent creating fake family drama and acting like a dysfunctional family of 25. That stupid game lasted so long that it took us to the beginning of grade 4. That being said, I don't really remember much from grade 3.
Our last year on the junior side was odd to say the least, but we were the oldest class in that hallway, and it felt pretty good. But when that year came to an end, it was time for the senior side.
Walking on the senior playground for the first time was both exciting and terrifying. I felt like we had gone back to square one. Not to mention, we got a great view of the grade 8s this year, and they had seemed to be 6 feet tall. And here we are now, and I still feel 4'11".
Grade 4 and 5 was a blur, but one memory that does stand out is Eli's constant war with Miss Ginnitz over Tom Brady and the bathroom chart. At the end of the year in grade 5, we had to write a letter to our future teacher to introduce ourselves because he was new to the school and we didn't really know what to expect. Little did we know, we'd be blessed with the greatest teacher of all time, Mr. Frank. He made our grade 6 year the best, although a few of us were still in Miss Ginnett's class, and I only remember missing you guys. Next door, we would sit on top of our desks every lunch and dish about who would make the cutest couple or stir up drama at the tea parties. This was also the year we actually took gym seriously and didn't play dodgeball every class. We were sad and still are.
In grade 6, we had to say goodbye to Miss Howard. Some of my favorite things we did with her were playing Bump Statue, The Kingdoms, playing Mr. Spongy Man at Everaz, and the musicals. We did musicals every year since kindergarten, and they were a big part of coming to this school. They had gave us memories that would last a lifetime. Sadly, they ended when she had to transfer schools, but the fun we had with her will last. The fun we had with her will be remembered forever.
Then we were in grade 7, and we only had one more year to go. Miss Shannon came back, and the majority of us were in her class, while others were still with Mr. Frank, not playing dodgeball. Obviously, this year didn't go as planned, and we all gave up putting effort into our schoolwork once we went online. But there are a few memories we made before that happened.
I pretty much had spent my whole grade 7 year just waiting to be in grade 8, mostly waiting to sit in the metal chairs, which we didn't even get to do. I wasn't even in grade 8 yet, and I was already sad about the fact that none of this will ever be the same.
I'll miss our daily nonsense and pointless arguments with the teachers because we're stubborn. I'll miss laughing about the stupid things we'd say, like that time Eric and Lucas yelled, "That's my dad," during a Mamma Mia at Campbell. I'll miss our crazy lunchrooms where it wasn't uncommon to find Ashton climbing in the garbage bin or Carson hanging disco balls off his ears as earrings. We had some fun times as a class in grade 7 that sadly came to an end earlier than we had hoped. After spending 3 months in online school doing work, the year we've all been waiting for was finally here. Our last year at Wilfred Hunt, which was spent asking for brain breaks every 5 seconds.
When we first walked through the doors of Wilfred Hunt, graduation was a day that we thought would never come. Now we sit here wondering what happened to the time between us learning how to spell our ABCs to us learning how to tie a tie and walk in heels. In the blink of an eye, grade 8 was over, and we're moving on to the next stages of our lives.
At this point, many of you are probably beginning to daydream. I'm sure some of you are sitting here thinking about the past, maybe about some of the things you missed out on, or how you wished you did something that you were too scared to do.
But now is not the time to dwell on the past. It is a time to reflect on the future, reflect on your experiences, and prepare for the future. It can seem like a daunting task to have to restart our lives in a new place with new people. Sure, we will miss seeing each other every day, but in no time at all, we'll be making new memories with new friends in a new place.
And there is a universal truth that we all have to face whether we like it or not. Everything eventually ends. As much as I've looked forward to this day, I've always disliked endings. But in just a few days, we will say goodbye to everything that was familiar, to everything that was comfortable. It's going to be hard to leave this school that we have grown up at, and I will probably shed a few tears, but truthfully, at this point in my life, I've never been more ready.
Since we have been little, our parents and guardians have been there for us, guiding us and supporting us to be the teens we are today. That being said, we would like to welcome Kala and Hifsa to share how grateful we are to have had our parents and guardians over the past few years.
Dear parents/guardians, guess what? We survived 2020
and are well on our way through 2021. It seems like only yesterday we were starting online school for the first time.
Remember the sweat and tears that went into navigating the perilous world of online learning? We might not have thought so at the time, but we're pretty grateful for all you've done.
Learning to appreciate a parent or a guardian takes time, so now it's our time to say thanks.
Thank you for all the times you've encouraged us.
Thank you for looking after our health.
Thank you for taking last-minute trips to Dollarama, etc., etc.
And we know it hasn't been easy to deal with the erratic emotions that come with raising children.
Thank you for all the things that seem insignificant now, but used to seem monumental back then.
Like teaching us to tie our shoes.
Or how to make breakfast.
Or how to get dressed in the morning. Small details we couldn't live without.
And we owe it all to you.
Looking back on the last few years, there have been many trials to have overcome. And to be frank,
there is no way we could have done it without you.
So we hope you enjoy our graduation because you have been with us every step of the way. Your guidance is a great support, and we will need it for the rest of our lives.
So as we stand here now, Kala and I would like to thank you on behalf of all the staff and demon children you have brought into this world. Without you, we wouldn't have had to go to school at all, and I'm pretty sure most of us thank you for your services.
Because let's be real, us weirdos are like a hurricane.
Unpredictable, wild, and without a semblance of calm.
Throughout our time at Hunt, a lot of us have gotten to know Mrs. Sawicki. The main reason for that probably being because of how much she's funded our sugar craze throughout the years. Whether it's freezies on track day or chocolate on Valentine's Day, she definitely always came in clutch. So we would like to introduce her to give a reply from the parents.
Perfect. Thank you for that intro. It's my pleasure to always feed all of you. Good afternoon, Wilfred Hunt staff, families, and most importantly, our grade 8 students. My name is Carla Sawicki, and it is my great pleasure to bring the response on behalf of the parents. I would like to thank Kala and Hifsa for their beautiful speech. I know how hard it is to write and deliver that speech today, and you did an amazing job. I would like to begin with a huge thank you to the amazing staff at Wilfred Hunt. On behalf of all parents, we would like to thank you for your patience day in and day out, for giving our kids much needed advice and direction. Thank you for your wisdom and heart and all the things you do for our children. We will always be grateful. Now to our honored guests. Grade 8 students, I wonder how these years passed by so quickly. It seems like yesterday that you were starting school, and now the moment has arrived to say goodbye to the security of the Wilfred Hunt hallways and move on to your next chapter. We have watched you thrive in the world filled with friends and books and activities. We have watched you jump in at every opportunity to join in something new, be part of a team, make a new friend, and learn and grow along the way. Over the last 9 years, we have helped with homework, or attempted to, cheered you on at sporting events, listened to the fine-tuning of band instruments, and sang the songs that would be in the musical or concert. Watching you move into high school is hard for us parents, not because we don't think you are ready, but because we know you are, and we're proud of you. Looking at every one of you gathered today for this ceremony, sitting in the chairs that you've waited 9 years to sit in, shows us that you embrace the challenges and find the solution to bring out the positive in any situation. As you move on to high school, I hope you will continue to challenge yourself and never be afraid of failure. You will learn more from your mistakes. Always swing for the fences and know that if you falter, your family will be there cheering you on, no matter what. Know that the best is yet to come. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, but most importantly, loved more than you know. I wish you all the best as you begin high school. You'll do great.
Thank you, Mrs. Sawicki. And now, after a trip down memory lane, a few tears have probably been shed. We would like to welcome Addison to share a few words of inspiration.
Good afternoon, graduates. Let me begin by saying that I'm very honored to be able to speak on the behalf of my graduating class that I've been a part of since kindergarten. I'd also like to thank everyone watching at home for tuning in on this momentous occasion. Today is a very special day. Today is special for us, for the teachers, and for our very proud families. I want you all to know that everyone is very proud of us today. We've been through a lot together, and we deserve a nice send-off from our beloved school before we're faced with the new challenges of high school. When I say that we've been through a lot together, I certainly mean it. We had to go through the triumphs and defeats of learning to read in grades 1 and 2, then the terrifying struggles of multiplication and long division in 3 and 4. We got to partake in sports teams and musicals in 5 and 6. Then the world took a turn in grade 7. I don't know how many of your parents can say that they lived through a global pandemic while trying to learn the difference between a numerator and a denominator It was scary not knowing if we could ever return to school. Then after 6 months of learning our new normal, we could begin our final year at this school. It was definitely different from our other years, but we were still able to have a great time. Sure, there were tough moments, but we did it and we succeeded. We're finally ready for the next step into high school. But I still need to prepare you all with one more thing. I ask you all to dedicate yourselves to making these next 4 years memorable. Make sure to do the right thing, even if no one's looking. I know this can be a sad time with a chapter of our lives ending, but this is a perfect opportunity for us to become the people we wish to be. And finally, don't be in such a rush to grow up. One day, you'll all look back at the times ahead of you, and you don't want to disappoint your future self by wishing time away for 4 years. Even though we're all going to different high schools, we'll still have the bond we created together these past 9 years. There are great things coming, and just like how your families are proud, you should all be very proud of yourselves. So congratulations to my fellow graduates and to everyone who helped us get here. Thank you.
We would now like to invite Weston and Ashland to continue the rest of the program.
Thank you, Addison, for that amazing speech, and thank you to Nia and Eli for emceeing the first half of our farewell. I'm Ashland, this is Weston, and we will be your MCs for the remainder of the farewell. We would like to start by calling up some teachers to hand out some awards. First off, coming in at 6'2", 225 pounds, the amazing vice principal of our school, Mr. Norman.
Thank you for those kind words, Ashlyn. I'm here to present a few awards to you. I'll start with this. What did the science book say to the math book? You've got problems. The Science Award is presented to the students who exhibited a curious nature, asked questions, explored answers, and engaged in hands-on activities. This year's winners of the Science Award are Ahmed Balouge, Ashland, Jones, Mira, Kiefer, Cohen, Lawrence, Han Nguyen, Emily Pepler, Carson Sawicki, Hifsa Saida Fatima, Anya Wall, Addison Welk, and Daniel Renhow. Congratulations. What did 0 say to 8? Nice belt. Still haven't got a laugh from that joke. Okay, thank you, thank you. The Math Award is presented to the following students who exhibited a positive attitude in class, tried various ways to solve a problem, and never gave up. The following students are awarded the Math Award: Rachel Shimilar, Jackson Soak, Megan Dew, Zayden Ferguson, Nitro Hannah, Suhani Kapadia, Mira Kiefer, Eric Lee, Lucas Les, Riker Mitchell, Han Nguyen, Emily Pepler, and Shing Sharma, Rhett Simons, Weston Smith, Lucius Sparvier, Hifsa Saida Fatima, Anya Wall, Addison Welk, and Daniel Renhow. Congratulations. It's tough to find a good phys ed joke, so I'll just introduce this award then. The following students exhibited personal and social responsibility in multiple environments. These students showed participation and sportsmanship throughout various types of physical activity. The following students are awarded the Physical Education Award: Ramadan Abdi Faikal, Khalifa Elshin, Zayden Ferguson, Kai Flat, Eli Lahaye, and Rhett Simons. Congratulations. And I only have one more award to offer here, the Personal Social Value and Growth Award. It is based on Regina Public Schools' shared values of I am responsible, I want to know, I belong, and I respect. The following students exemplified those qualities and showed tremendous growth along the way this year to reach those those shared values. The following students are the winners of the Personal Social Value Growth Award: Zayden Ferguson, Kai Flatt, Cohen Lawrence, Maya Meslovsky, Riker Mitchell, Anya Wall, and Daniel Renhow. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Norman. I would like to call up a teacher who hasn't been with us for long, but has made a giant impact on our school and on the children she's taught, Miss Akbar Kamel.
Sorry, I don't have any jokes, but here I go. The Career Ed Awards are given to students who throughout the year have shown outstanding effort, enthusiasm, and leadership in class. In addition, these students have consistently displayed a positive attitude and continued interest in developing their skills. It is my honor to present the Career Ed certificates to Rachel Shimilar, Nia Gathai, Mira Kiefer, Carson Sawicki, and Anshing Sharma. The Social Studies Awards recognize the students who consistently demonstrate a passion and stewardship for the environment and our diverse communities, which is expressed through a positive attitude, frequent classroom participation, and insightful contribution that inspires other students in the class. Additionally, these students complete all assignments to the best of their abilities and display excellent work habits. It is my honor to present the Social Studies Awards to Rachel Shimilar, Kala Ferguson, Nia Gathai, Mira Kiefer, Eli LaHaye, Cohen Lawrence, Maya Maslovsky, Riker Mitchell, Emily Pepler, Rhett Simmons, Anya Wall, Chase Weinberger, and Addison Welk. Last but not least, the ELA Awards are given to students who have demonstrated outstanding achievement, attitude, effort, and participation in the subject area. Students recognized do not necessarily have to have obtained the highest mark for the grade, but rather the attributes above. It is my honor to present the ELA Awards to Rachel Shimilar, Kala Ferguson, Aina Frozidin, Nia Gathai, Mira Kiefer, Eric Lee, Han Nguyen, Emily Pepler, Anshing Sharma, Rhett Simons, Hifza Saida Fatima, Addison Welk, and Daniel Zhao.
Présentez maintenant la professeure de français préférée de tous, Madame Hoffman.
Bravo. The Health Award was presented to those who participate often in very lively class discussions, showed effort, and produced outstanding work. The award goes to Ahmed Balouch, Addison Welk, Eric Lee, Mira Kiefer, and Emily Pepler. The Practical Applied Arts Award goes to those who showed great creativity and ingenuity. Well done, Carson Sawicki and Cohen Lawrence. The French Award is presented to those who demonstrate one or more of the following: participation, effort and hard work, proficiency, and the one that proves to be the most problematic, handing in assignments on time. Congratulations, félicitations to the following students: Daniel Renhow, Han Nguyen, Mira Kiefer, Suhadi Kapadia, Nia Gathai, Anshing Sharma, Addison Welk, Emily Pepler. And lastly, the Arts Ed Award. These students showed focus, dedication, and creativity in arts education class this year. This was demonstrated by meeting expectations or higher as final grades in Term 1 and Term 2 for the 2020-2021 school year. Congratulations, Daniel Renhow, Addison Welk, Rhett Simons, Anshing Sharma, Carson Sawicki, Emily Pepler, Han Nguyen, Maya Maslovsky, Luca Less, Eric Lee, Mira Kiefer, Suhani Kapadia, Kala Ferguson, Megan Du, Rachel Shimilar.
Now, last but certainly not least, our wonderful band teachers, Mr. Edelman and Miss Tazioli.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to present the Grade 8 Band Award and a Distinguished Musician Certificate to a band member who has shown superior musicianship, leadership, dependability, commitment, and cooperation. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient, Rhett Simons.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to thank all the wonderful teachers who just handed out the awards to our outstanding students.
Now, Mr. Norman has compiled a video of all the grade 8 students and some class photos to try and show some of the memories throughout the years and see how everyone grew up since they were a baby to now.
for 1,000 more. All along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
Reach out my hand, oh, me say, oh, me tell you to run. On the way, nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hand, oh, me say, oh, me tell you to run. On the way, nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will cry. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will cry. Send me in my way, send me in my way, send me in my way, send me on my way, send me in my way, send me in my way. Send me on my way. I would like to reach out my hand, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hair. Best say, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. Have you been around? Have you been proud? I would like to hold my little hand. Have you been around? Have you been proud? See me in my way. 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 Reach out my hand, Oh, me say, oh, me tell you to run. On the way, mama to say, mama to Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable.
To end off our farewell, we would like to call Miss Adams to the stage to say a few words and end us off.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the amazing video, Mr. Norman. Those baby pictures get me every single time. Good afternoon, grade 8 graduates, staff, and all of you joining us virtually. In this most unusual year, it only seems fitting that we wrap things up with just one more Zoom call. My name is Kyla Adams, and I'm honored to be the principal of Wilfred Hunt School. I've had the opportunity to learn alongside these fine young people for the last 2 years. Students, over the course of your elementary years, you have all been blessed with a wonderful support system. Your families, the Wilfred Hunt staff members, and your classmates have all contributed to where you are today. I want to thank families who have contributed to our school throughout the years, volunteering in classrooms, going on field trips, driving for sports, attending concerts. All of your efforts are much appreciated. A special thank you to those of you who have contributed to our school community council. Our staff and students are so lucky, and we are so grateful for this dedication to your child's school. Grade 8s, as you go forward into high school, you are all headed in different directions. Campbell, Belfer, Miller, Leboldus, O'Neill. You're all fortunate to go to neighborhood schools that offer so many opportunities for success and engagement. Please be great representatives of Wilfred Hunt School. Continue the positive sense of belonging, smile, say hello, welcome someone into a group project. Do what you can to be sure that each classmate leaves feeling like they belong, and in return, I bet you will feel it too. Please continue to be kind, always, in all that you do. I know your high school teachers will notice this. Plus, it's a simple vision that will serve you well in all that you do in life, at home and at your future workplace. High school is pretty great. You get to show that you can be responsible. You're offered some freedoms, which classes you take, what to do at break or at lunch, what activity to sign up for, no waiting outside to come in after recess, or finding clever ways to escape the lunchroom. You will face some new challenges, some new people, new levels of work. Be up for the challenge. Be up for making good choices. There will be a lot of new faces, new friendships to make, and new learnings to gain. Get involved in any sport or any club or volunteering opportunity. There are many positive opportunities at high school. You need to make the right choice. I know from experience that the greater involvement in high school can enrich your high school experience immensely. High school goes very, very fast. You've been in elementary for 9 years, and high school is a very quick 4. I am confident that each of you are ready for this next chapter. Right from back in kindergarten to a solid finish with Miss Akbar Kamal, Madame Hoffman, and Mr. Norman in grade 8, you are ready. And I wish each of you the very best experience.
We are blessed at Hunt with an excellent group of people, an excellent group of educators. Before you leave for the summer, please be sure to genuinely thank each of your teachers and staff. Many are here this afternoon or have worked behind the scenes to make this afternoon possible. It has been my honor to serve you, to learn from you, and to grow with you. None of us knew what this year would bring, but look how wonderful it turned out to be. Memories were still made, lessons were still learned, and friendships were still formed. Today we celebrate you. All the best.